How's it going, guys? So today, well, can't show you yet. Can't show you yet. We got the new wheels and tires in, or mounted for the E90. What a freaking disaster that was. It took 3 of us to get them on the rims. It was a total pain in the ass. It was 19s without low profile tires. It was tough. So long story short, we got it all done, and here's the finished product. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about tire sizes for the E90 or all-wheel drive cars. You gotta be super careful on XDRIVE cars so you don't have an issue. All right, so here we go. Flip you around. Bam, there it is. Some of you guys said these look better. That must be a camera trick, because trust me, no, not even in any way, shape, or form. If these are like 17s or 18s, I would say, yeah, maybe they'd be okay. We'd have left them. But 16s, it's pretty small. It made the car sit really low and weird, and we're dragging on everything, and it's a pain in the butt. So here we go. Now, we end up with 235, let me see, I can't even remember. 235 35s in the fronts. We end up with 275 30s in the rear, and these are 19s. And everybody said 285. I could have went 285 in the rear. Everybody said they would rub. I don't know. I think all-wheel drive is a little bit different because we got 3 fingers gap in there, which wasn't. We had 5 fingers gap in the factory wheels and tires. So I mean, that kind of is how it goes. The fronts look good. They're not weird or anything. In the front, we got exactly 3 fingers also. Now, there is something about these I might change. The rear, you can see how it says kind of flush with the fender. The front sit in just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They sit in about that far, actually pretty far. We could put some wheel space under. I might do that. Gotta be real careful though, because that'll make it hit that fender when you turn. So I don't think we're near to that point. So yeah, all-wheel drive cars, you gotta be so careful. Here's the 2 tires side by side, 275 30, 235 35, and they're almost identical, pretty much are identical, same size. Now, before I bought any tires for these wheels, before I did any of this stuff, I went online and found a tire and wheel calculator, size calculator, and calculated that up. That's the only set I get to match with that without just getting stupid. I think to go with a 245 40 in the front, would have had to go to a 295 30 in the rear, and that probably would not fit, more than likely. So we got 2 more to put on here. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt these bad boys on. We're gonna take this thing for a drive, make sure everything's good. We got a little air compressor. We're gonna check, make sure all the air's the same in all of them. And hopefully we're gonna get away with this, but we're gonna see. We got a pretty fat tread in the back there from what we had. We had the old skinny, so let's see. Okay, so we got her done here. And you notice I got new center caps also. And I'll put a link to those in the description. These are 36 or 37 millimeters. So if you have an M3, E46 M3, you want center caps, put a link up there for you. I mean, they're not great ones. They're just kind of okay, right? Probably last a few years. If you leave it outside. If you put it inside, probably lasts a long time. It does look like this one's sitting higher on this side in the front. I think it's just because we just had it jacked up and it's not settled down yet. But there it is. So, whoop, smack my phone on the mirror. Right now we're down to taking this hog for a drive, making sure we don't have any 4x4 lights, traction control problems. We shouldn't. Everything's the same size. So let's go see right now. Okay, so here we are. Everything's fine. No issues at all. Everything rides smooth, believe it or not. Now, granted, the car's kind of missing out a little bit. We still got some issues with some rough running and some misfire stuff, but we don't have any issues with the 4-wheel drive or anything. Now, when we did these, I only put 35 PSI in them. I know better than to put 40 or 44 in them. I think these call for 44 max. But you can't do that. They're gonna ride rough as it's like riding with no suspension, right? So The only thing we have to do now is not hit any potholes and destroy these wheels. Okay, so there's a lot of things I forgot to go over. I'm editing this video and notice this. First thing, none of the wheels and tires rubbed at all. We could actually go full stop, left and right. Nothing hits. In the rear, nothing rubs. Now, I didn't have 5 people in there and a bunch of stuff in the trunk, but you can tell by the space we have in the rear from the tire to the fender well, it's not going to rub. Also, I want to note that before I order these tires, we bolted 2 on. You guys see me do that in the video. And a lot of that was to make sure I have enough clearance in the back. So when they're bolted up, I reached my hand back up around the rear side and made sure we're going to clear the rear strut. And it did. There was tons and tons and tons of room. You know, probably had 2 or 3 inches where we hit anything at all. And since they're 19s, we're way clear of the control arms and all that stuff. It's really remarkable how much space there is under the rear of one of those cars. You wouldn't think there would be. I know E46 is not that way, usually. I guess some of them are, though, with the M3s. But other E46s, you don't have near that room. E36 is even worse. And one other thing, too, the tires are Lexani LX. Jesus Christ, I can't even remember anything. LX20 is the model of Performance Radial All Season. So, and those were off Amazon. They're on Prime. It took forever to get here. They're like $71 a piece. If you guys are looking for that stuff, that's where I got them. I could put a link to what I got in there too. We'll see. I might put a couple links up on the first comment and pin it. So you guys are looking for this exact setup, you know what to do. All right. So everything runs and dries good. Everything's fine. Now this side, I guess it's sitting the same as the other side. Yeah, it's the same. Different angle, looks different. So I don't know. I guess all worked out. What am I gonna do about the cutting out in this thing? It like runs fine until you try to give it much throttle and it just misfires. Check engine light comes on. It won't stop misfiring until you turn it off and restart it, or you get the scanner out and reset it. I notice whenever it does that crap, whenever you stand on it, it just clatters, like the top end clatters. Remember a long time ago when I first got this car in here, we did the exhaust camshaft and lifters. Because it's a 07. 07 had a problem with the cam ledge box getting eaten up, and then it would start with the lifters, the oil, and ridden the lifters, and they'd fall out. That could be happening on the intake side of this. If that is, this new engine time, I'm done messing with this thing. This is not gonna do that again. It's cheaper and easier to change the whole engine than it is to take the head off and replace that. A new head's about $650. Not a new one, just a used one. And it's funny because the whole engine's about $700. And if I could get an 08 and up engine that doesn't have any of those issues, throw it in there like we did the E60 and we're good to go. No problem at all. That might be what we end up having to do. I don't know. I need to get the bottom of that right away. But we still have no heat in the big shop. I got to trench the damn gas line. So we're going to, if we have to do that, I'll do that job in the little shop. Now there's a lot more room in the little shop because we took a bunch of crap out of it and put it out here. So we have heat in there. Hopefully it don't come down to that, but if it does, it's not really that big of a deal. Am I going to keep this car? I don't know. Might have to after do all that crap to it. I really don't know. Looking for a 550i, E60 550i. I found a great one, full M Sport, 09, paddle shift. So the Steptronic box, everything. And I found it and it was gone almost immediately for over $7,000. Is it wise to spend $7,000 or more right now for the channel? I don't really know. The only thing was holding me back on that. I already done so many E60 videos. I can only do videos on that engine on the N62 TU, which would be great videos, but is it worth $7,000? I don't know. That's a tough one. The other option was N63, the twin turbo V8. A lot of people have that engine and they're actually cheaper to buy one of those. And that's in the F chassis cars, F01, F02. And that was F10. They had them X5s, all kinds of crap. That's what I'm kind of thinking. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. And I guess that's it. I'll talk to you guys very soon. We'll have another video out tomorrow. I'll talk to you about that then. It's kind of a weird video, so stay tuned for that.